I'm not contributing anything to society. I'm only causing chaos and destruction. Okay, welcome back everybody to another episode of Little Miss. For those of you who are new here, I generally do this podcast with my roommates, Lauren and Taylor, who are here. Today's topic is going to be on things that should be illegal, people that should be put in jail if they do them, and our general thoughts on things that just absolutely should not happen. I've been thinking about this for a couple weeks since I had this idea, and I've been keeping a notes app as life happens to me. So I'll go ahead and start. I think that it'll really put us in the mood because I know we can all agree on the fact that one of the categories of people who should be in prison are people who cannot swiftly operate a line in society. And I was thinking of this when we were at brunch that one time, and it's like one of those brunch places where obviously you grab the menu and then you get in line everyone else, then you order at the counter and then you find your seat. There is a societal way that you have to order at this place. And then I noticed the people that would grab the menu, not look at it, and then look at it at the cash register.
They wait till they get to the cash register.
And you're standing in line for a good 5-10 minutes.
You have all the time
with nothing else to do.
Yeah. I think that's really what triggered this, where I was like, I think those people genuinely should not be, they contribute nothing to society.
Yeah, we got to crack down on that.
We got to crack down on it. We can't be doing that.
Why didn't you make a decision before you got to the register?
Okay.
How could you possibly have not even looked at the menu?
And then there's people like us who look at the menu before we even go. Like we cosplay as menu lookers.
Yeah,
we
looked at our house before we even got in the car to get to the restaurant.
That's how we decided what restaurant to pick. So I think there can be a balance, but please, can we just look at the menu in line?
Make up your mind before you actually get up there and they're like, what would you like?
Or when the server comes back for the second time and they still don't know what they want. You get one time, okay? You get one time if they come too soon. After that, you need to have it figured out.
You need to have it figured out.
Yeah.
You are in line as a member of society and you're holding everybody up. You're holding up the cash register. You're holding up the other people in your group and you're holding up 20 people behind you, including me. And that's unacceptable. And then you guys were also talking about the airport line, which I agree with because we've all traveled together. And there's people that like us who successfully navigate airports, and then there's people that should be in jail.
Yes.
And you guys should be in jail.
Speaking of lines that people can't navigate, something about the security line at the airport, it's just everyone's first day on planet Earth.
It feels like that.
And there's always that family that brings full-size conditioner and shampoo and a gun first, and then they're shocked and appalled and fighting with TSA. Baby, you knew.
You knew.
Also, there's 10 signs as we're waiting in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
And the thing is, they'll check a bag too. You put that in your carry-on.
They're let me readjust. And they take the AK-47 out, disassemble it, and put it in a backpack.
Come on, guys.
Surely you didn't think the sword was going to go through TSA.
Yeah, they do. They seem to.
Your gallon of 3-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, body wash, that hasn't been allowed since before 9/11.
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah.
That hasn't been allowed since before I was born. Okay, you have to know this.
They really should. I'll never forget at one of the Europe stops at TSA. Genuinely, I oftentimes do not side with TSA workers just because they're so mean and they don't have to be.
Yeah.
But this guy, I was I'm so on his team because he literally pulled this woman's bag aside, and you think Lauren's kidding, and it was the actual giant, volume-sized shampoo and conditioner, 3 of them. What you refill shampoo and conditioner with.
Come on, guys.
We can't. I was you got it. If I was that TSA agent, that might have been my last straw.
Work with him. With him. This is insane.
It's crazy.
My first one is a specific category of people. And it's not necessarily their fault, but it does tick me off, and I think they should all be in prison. And it's people who can eat garbage and still look skinny and thin and healthy. And it's often men.
And they don't work out either. They just eat absolute crap, and they're just
and they
Bella
they look
Hadid,
great.
thin waist.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I think that's fair. I think that should be illegal.
Jail time.
Yeah. I think you should see how good you look behind bars.
Yeah, how dare
Let's
you?
See how good you look in an orange jumpsuit.
Yeah. All right, Lauren, do you have any?
Mine is a milder offense. You're not getting life in prison, but you're getting a year, you know?
Okay.
Maybe some community service. And it's when people play their phone out loud in a public setting. This came to me when I was waiting for my oil change last week. For like, I'm sitting there for like an hour and a half, and the lady next to me just has no perception of herself in in a public space, and she's just playing her phone at like full volume,
Oh my God.
like as loudly as possible. Like it's just like her Instagram reels, just like out loud. And then it would just be like music. She would like switch to her Facebook.
Yeah,
like
you have
really,
to go to jail.
really active on the tablet, full blast.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't do that.
I think you're being too lenient. I think
that's
honestly,
at least 25 to life.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. When I was bartending in Utah, I remember I had this one super weird coworker, and I'll never forget that like he got off his shift because he also worked there as like a server. And then for some reason, we're not even allowed to do this, but he got off his shift, immediately came and sat at the bar to get a drink.
No.
Which is like, I don't even know if he clocked out yet. And then he was like talking to me the way that like people talk to a bartender, which is like, and then he goes, I don't really like this music. And he pulls out his phone, full volume, puts it next to him.
No.
And I think it might have been his own music that he made. Or it was either that or like very old country music. And he just, yeah. And I think about that a lot. And again, 25 to life.
Takes a kind of lack of social awareness where like he's probably like thriving in life because he thinks he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
True.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
No.
It takes a type of audacity that like we could never even imagine.
And they never will until they see the inside of a jail cell.
It's true. And that's why we're bringing about this awareness.
Yes.
Send them to jail.
Hey guys, it's Ryley. I keep forgetting to introduce a segment that I really want to start doing, which is like a Little Miss Media segment, where I tell you guys some of the things I'm listening to, reading, watching, that kind of thing. The first thing I wanted to talk about was the book that we just finished for book club called The Compound. I can't pronounce the author's name, so I'll just put a little photo right here. It's like if Love Island and like a dystopian teen show had a baby. That's how I would say it, describe it. And I really liked it. I'd probably give it like a 4 out of 5. I thought it was super interesting. I liked all the characters, and I just thought the premise was cool. As far as podcasts, I've been listening to Holding It Together. I think on Instagram it's like Holding It Pod, but I really like them. I found them because they did an episode for 2026 that's very similar to the one that the girls and I did. And I think if you like Little Miss and you like our dynamic and you like hearing us talk back and forth, I think you would very much like Holding It Together. So I'm going to include that. And the final thing I'm going to include is that trending song I've been listening to all the time. So I think it's called Snow on the Bluff, but whatever, I'll put it right here as well. That's the song I've been listening to the most. Anyway, back to regular scheduled programming. Yes, okay. I also had that on my list. I'm glad that you... Okay, I have 2 versions of myself that I think probably require jail time.
Interesting.
Yeah. This is for the women out there. The first version of myself that I do think could benefit from solitary confinement or prison is me about 3 days before my period.
Yeah.
I'm awful. And this is also when I started thinking about this. Because I was like, you know how like when someone's like super drunk on the street and a cop will pick them up and be like, yeah, sleeping up in your cell. That's kind of how I feel, where it's like, you just need to...
You need time out.
Because I hate myself. I think you guys hate me. I think my parents are going to die. My dog's going to die. My job's going to fire me. There's so many times where I've left work like 3 days before my period and been like, that's probably my last day there. And they're probably not going to have me back.
Like, I'm on my way out.
Yeah.
My life is over.
And I just think that like for society, I'm not contributing anything to society. In those 3 days.
Nothing helpful.
Nothing helpful. I'm only causing chaos and destruction. I think I should be in prison.
It's very self-aware of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you. Yeah. The second version of myself that I think at some point should have been in prison was me at 13.
Anyone at 13, honestly.
Actually,
you should get
13-year-olds.
put in prison at 13, and then you have to like earn your way out.
Yeah, you start at the bottom.
Yeah, you can come back into society if you prove that you can be there.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'd be fine with that. I was bossy. I was annoying. I would cry a lot. I still do that, but that was like the 3 days before my period, except all the time. Like it was an awful time.
They're menaces to society.
Yeah, you're contributing nothing. You're only taking away. and you should just be locked up.
Yeah, I
just
can't
kind of
even
a
perceive
monster.
photos of me at 13. Like,
It's brutal.
Yeah.
I'm talking about your photos.
yeah, you're like specifically you.
Like, no, I've seen them
It's
though.
bad.
They're brutal. I saw them so you wouldn't have to.
You specifically.
Yeah. We all know how I feel about my younger version,
Yeah.
my younger self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on site.
She's like, murder.
Yeah.
Taylor's like, prison? No. Death sentence. Firing
Worse.
squad.
Electric chair.
I think something that should be illegal, and this is a more minor offense. It's much further down, probably, as Lauren said, like a year, maybe some community service. But I think
Okay.
responding with K.
Okay.
In a text message.
That should be illegal. You should not ever respond to my text message with K.
Who still does that?
I mean, like, it's generally people who are like older,
Yeah.
but it does happen where they're like K. I'm like,
Or they'll hit you with those 3 dots. Ooh.
back
Why
up.
do old people do that?
What does
Like
that
it
mean?
doesn't make sense in the context.
Like, not the typing, but they just send
No,
3
they'll be
dots.
like, "Thank you, 1, 2, 3."
Oh,
Like they'll always
yeah.
do 3, and I'm like, something about this is so
Yeah.
passive
It's so,
aggressive.
like, that-
I think
It's
it's
like-
because when I do it, it is aggressive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like,
Less passive.
thank you.
but like, I don't think they mean it that way. But like, don't.
Don't.
It's
Yeah.
so mean.
No, I
Or-
think that's fair.
It's adjacent to K, but when they just like it, like
Yeah.
that's okay with some things.
Yeah.
But when you've like typed out a paragraph, you've like bared your soul, or even worse, you've asked like a question and they
Yes.
just hit you with that thumbs up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jail.
Hey, can you do this and this? Blah, 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 like a whole thing. And then they're like, K.
Yeah.
Or just like a like the message. You're like, okay. So it's on site next time I see you.
Yeah.
You're going to jail. Lauren, it's your turn.
I mention this all the time and too much, and honestly, I should go to jail for bringing it up so many times. But slow walking,
Yeah. Or slow driving.
yeah.
Either one of those.
I have no chill when it comes to that.
Yeah.
That's just rage bait.
Oh,
it is.
you can walk slowly next to me. It's when
Yeah.
you're right in front of me, and there's no way for me to get past you.
Yeah.
And like, I'm gonna blow.
Yeah. I'm going to play slight devil's advocate with the fact that Lauren runs instead of walks. So it's hard to walk faster in front of Lauren. So I'd say that just for like everyone out there, the advice is just don't walk in front of Lauren unless
I think that this is all alleged, and I walk at a normal pace.
I do
Yeah.
think that's not true, but I do think the principle stands of like, yeah, please, for the love of God.
See, it's a hard life for me because everyone's walking slowly in front of me.
I can see why it would. Well, it is hard life for
If
you.
anyone's in front of me,
Yeah.
they're simply walking too slow.
I can
It's
see how
true.
that would be very infuriating.
No one walks at my speed.
You are a speed walker.
She does. There's so many times where we're walking to the same location. And I look up and Lauren's probably 20 feet in front of us. We've exited the car at the same time. We're going to the same place. She is minutes ahead of me.
And no one ever matches my freak. And they're just roadblocks in
It's
my way.
Lauren, and then like like the old ladies that walk around in shopping malls in the summer, or like no, in the winter, like in Casper.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
they're
like-
lapping you. That's my vibe.
In like a video game, like versus each other. I don't know who would win, but it's
Yeah.
pretty evenly matched.
It's true.
Yeah.
I will say, going back to an airport, there's nothing like when you're on those little walking escalator things and people that you're supposed to like stand on the right, walk on the left, and there's people standing on the left.
And they always are.
Why are you standing
It goes
here?
back, yeah.
Where it's the same principle of like, why are you in my way?
And why is it your first day on Earth?
And an
Surely you
airport
know.
just ups the ante when you're trying to make your connecting flight
Yeah.
Yeah.
and someone is just dilly-dallying in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you should actually be allowed to end their life.
I was
Yeah.
about to say they go to prison for life for dilly-dallying. Unfortunately, I go to prison for life for murder.
True. We're going to be in the
Except
same cell.
I think we should allow. Yeah.
Yeah, if you make it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if I get
Yeah.
off on attempted.
Yeah.
If you pull through surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a good doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys ever like missed, or have you ever ran to a connecting flight and missed it?
I thought you were going to say, have you ever like killed, like almost killed someone but not? No, I've never missed a flight. Have you guys?
No, but you think
It's been close.
with how angry we get.
Well,
I
that's
think
why
there's
we
some
always
trauma
make it.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
One time I witnessed Taylor because we were on the same flight coincidentally from different locations. We just converged at the same flight, and like Taylor very nearly did not make that flight.
I was the last person on that plane,
I kept-
and I literally ran through the airport. I was racing through the airport.
I kept moving to like the back of the line, like multiple times.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it was just me. And I was like, yeah. I'm like looking at my Find My, and she's on like the other side of the airport.
She's
You
not
I was
gotta
like,
go.
I gotta leave her. Like, I'm
Yeah.
getting on. I
I
don't know
definitely
if she's
would.
making
As
it.
you should. Yeah, no.
This one is for a shout out the North Phoenix area. You guys are gonna get what I'm saying. Or shout out anyone that's been to this campus. This specifically is for the Grand Canyon University campus.
Oh.
But I'm sure that there's like an equivalent in other colleges, whatever. I just happened to spend a lot of time at that one. The scooters, the kids on scooters at the Grand Canyon University Arizona campus.
In
I
the
think
middle of the street.
in the middle of the street. If you own a scooter, I don't care. Your friends have now made you an accomplice to murder. I don't care if you ride it responsibly. I think you should all go to prison. I think
There's
you should-
zero regard for anyone
There's-
on that campus.
It's crazy.
a zero tolerance
It's
policy.
insane. And I happened to be a part of a large group of people with old people when I was on that campus. And it's like, you guys cannot be putting this much faith in Betty with her
Yeah.
cataracts and the way that they would do this thing where you would like ride, like you not ride, you would drive in the street and then they would zigzag in front of you.
No, they're just like cruising like on a longboard in front of you, but it's
and
a scooter.
every single week I would drive through and be like, you guys should definitely be a potential death row.
It was like you were invisible.
Yeah.
But again, I'm driving a vehicle
That could
and you're on a
kill you.
scooter.
I'm in an SUV, you're on a scooter.
They wouldn't even look, and they would just.
Yeah, and sometimes they'd
Zippy-zoos
like see you, and then they'd be mad at you.
And there's
your
like
problem.
50 of them. They're like ants. This
Yes.
is not like one person on a scooter.
There's
it's
so
a
many
road.
of them.
It's a road meant for driving cars.
Oh man, just thought of it. I haven't been there in a minute, but man, does it just make my blood boil just thinking about it. Yeah. Anyway, that's mine.
All of yours have been funnier than mine. So
Taylor's actually considering putting people in jail. She's like, and I actually didn't think this was going to be a funny podcast.
Yeah,
I thought
Taylor
this was
said-
going to
No, mine
enact
are like-
legislator.
mine just
Legislation.
they're just like more minor. They're not as funny. Like my next one is like people who call when they could have texted.
Yeah.
And again, like, should you get life? No. Should you go to prison? Yes.
Yeah, you should. Especially when you thought that, like, they're like, call me, and you're like, oh, this is going to, like, be something
Yeah.
worthy of a
It
call.
never is.
And it never is.
It
And then you're
never
like,
is.
why are we talking on the phone right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've wasted half an hour of my
You
time.
just
It could have been a text.
Been a text.
I'm going to include voice notes in that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate a voice note unless it's like really good or unless I genuinely can't talk to you and I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
There's about a 5% like population in the world that can send me a voice note. You're probably not
if
one of
it's
them.
like a
Yeah.
long story, I like the voice note because the
Yeah.
text is. I never have recorded a voice note, but I'll receive a voice note if it's like a story.
Yeah.
Because the alternative would be them calling you.
Yes.
So they've hit
That's
like a
fair.
good in between.
That's fair.
I will take it as a lesser offense. It's still obnoxious to get a voice note where I'm like, oh, I could have read this. I could have read this. Why did you do that?
I have two more. This one is people like who put just like they cook something. They cook like a steak or a rib or something, and they just put a giant piece of meat on their Instagram story. Generally not cooked. They'll be like, "Oh, this is the baddie of a steak I'm gonna cook," and I think, and they'll like genuinely type that too.
I don't think I perceive that often, but somehow I know exactly what you're talking
I do know
about.
what you're talking about, yeah.
I know
It's
exactly what
always-
you're talking about.
Yeah, it's weird guys that peaked in high school that now for like their social media intake is just the steak that they bought.
And have not cooked.
Yes, and have not cooked. Sometimes they'll be like a before and after.
Yeah. It's okay, so one's
That
raw meat
no
and
one,
one's
that no one wanted to see.
Nobody, and it genuinely is like, okay, I understand. Like posting food content is fine. I like seeing what people eat.
right.
It's the just hunk of raw meat. Why are you guys doing that?
That is, now that you say it, it is kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
No.
And it makes me feel like you're a psychopath. Go to jail.
And like you didn't, like nothing about this has changed from its original form.
No.
Like I could go to Walmart and see that. Like you didn't even prepare
Didn't even
it.
cook it.
Like if
Yeah.
you want to like cook it and then like plate it with some other stuff and
Yeah.
be like, oh, this is my dinner.
Yeah.
At least that's normal.
And I swear to God, it's always some weirdo from beep this, my hometown. That's like that. Yeah. Like, oh, I wonder what people in Wyoming are up to. and it's just a
Steak.
It's just
giant
steak.
it's just steak. Like, my God, go see a movie.
For real.
Post with your mom. I don't need to
Brutal.
see the steak you're making. Go to freaking jail. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Um
Guilty. Jail.
Judge, jury, and executioner. The last thing on my list, I'm gonna list 2 names.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well,
First and last.
Goosey.
oh yeah. I mean, we don't know.
Okay.
I'm thankfully these
Oh.
are not personally related to us. I'm like, yeah, beep.
Yeah, I was like, dang, this is turning into a different kind of podcast.
I think there are 2 people that should go to prison immediately.
Okay.
The first is a long time. What is it like? Hey, long time listener, first time caller, Jared Leto.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh! When I'm in the theater and some C-list trailer pops up and I see his grimy little face, how is he still employed?
How is he not in prison? I know.
He has never contributed anything to any movie ever except
No.
for rotten vibes. No.
No,
You know how they'll hire certain actors because they have a large fan base and
Yeah.
they know that it'll get people to watch the
Yeah.
movie?
Right.
Hiring Jared Leto does the opposite.
Yeah.
It could be a good movie. The second I see Jared Leto
Done.
on that call sheet, I'm not watching
done.
it. I'm
Yeah.
not watching
I
it.
can't handle it.
No.
Yeah. And I think he should be in prison.
He
I
should
think
be.
the things that I have heard about Jared Leto, I just don't think you should be able to exist. Again, contributes nothing to society.
Always against my will.
Only a drain.
Jared
Only a
Leto
drain.
at the Met Gala is its own like niche
Yes.
kind of jail.
I never forget when he's holding the cat head.
Jared, this was
Jared,
not
let go of that.
when he held his
please.
own head. At least the theme was camp, so I'm like, you're really testing it, but like you're
Yeah.
technically on theme. There was no reason for him to come dressed as a giant cat. That was not in the dress code.
Yeah, we need to be cracking
That
down
was a
on
personal,
this more.
personal, terrible choice.
Yeah, what the? Yeah. So that's the first man on my. Actually, I saw this YouTube video the other day. I watch a lot. She's so funny, but hers was like for her Christmas name was like Naughty and Nice Men of the Year. We should do a version of that because I have some horrible men and some great men I'd like to talk about. You know.
You know what? Period.
Like what am I doing? Josh O'Connor.
Yeah.
That's something
Yeah.
I can talk about. And Jared Leto should die.
Yeah.
I have a lot of depth to me and I have a lot of,
Yeah.
highs and lows.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say.
The second man on my list is, and I just think the recent events of what I've seen, I feel like you should just probably be in prison. I just feel like you should probably go away. And that's
Yep.
David Harbour. Everything that I've heard
yeah.
about David Harbour and everything that I've seen about David Harbour, I don't think he should be a free man.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff that came out about David Harbour, I will
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, I don't think your wife writing Pussy Palace
Ugh.
should keep
Yeah.
you on the streets.
That album was the most detailed summary of why 2 people got divorced that I've ever seen in my life.
And you know what? Keep that up, by the
yeah,
way.
no
Keep that up.
metaphor. She was just letting you know.
She just wanted you to know it was not good.
Yeah.
Speaking of voice notes, the album is just a voice note. Like that was crazy work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not good. There's really no way to defend it. It's not good.
No. And
No.
yeah, I think he should probably be locked up.
I thought you
Yeah.
were gonna say Elon Musk.
And he's on there too.
Well, I think most billionaires should be.
Yeah.
Elon
Sure.
Musk, Jeff Bezos,
Yeah.
prison immediately.
Give me the key. Try and buy it off me. I dare you.
Try and buy it off.
Actually, you can buy it off me.
Yeah.
For about $3 billion.
$3 billion.
And that's
More
light
than-
work. That's
more than
light work
that.
for them.
Yeah.
They have like 100 billion. I'm taking at least half.
Yeah. Yeah. Give it a shot. We'll
And
see.
then you would go to jail because you're now a billionaire.
Brutal. And I could buy my way out from someone
Actually,
else.
it's true.
It's just a never ending cycle. Yeah.
And that, kids, is nepotism.
Oh, explained.
Well, do we have any other ones?
My last one is not that serious, but it's just people who don't think we're funny.
I also had that on my list and deleted it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I put people that don't think we're funny and I put people that are funnier than me.
Both, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both. But it's just like when we tell a joke in a room and we're like doing a bit and somebody's just there like
Yeah.
dead face.
And
Like
then
just,
no one laughs.
Yeah.
okay, jail.
I do think they should probably go to jail.
I'm calling the police.
Yeah, I agree. I do think you should go to jail.
I just think it's a sign of character.
Oh, let's see if that's funny.
You probably have someone locked up in your basement.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me do a bit. It's called Lock You
Yeah,
Up.
let me do a bit. It's
I'm
called
gonna be
calling
laughing.
911.
Yeah, I'm going to be laughing all the way to the phone. Well, I think that's everything else that I had. Please, guys, if you like this episode and you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. You know, let me know what you think people should go to prison for in the comments. That would be awesome. Please, actually, let me put it like this. Please comment my mom on every single one of these Spotify posts.
Yeah.
And Taylor.
And Taylor. Taylor goes hard.
I am in the comments. So
And I do appreciate it. But come on, guys, give them something to work with.
yeah, give me
them something to
something.
reply to. Instead of hitting me with 3 stars, Taylor can comment to your comment 3 stars.
Hey, I'm just getting engagement up.
No,
okay?
I very much appreciate it. No. Okay, bye.
Bye.